Drew Pavlou joins me now. Drew, you were essentially detained and deported. Worse than that, you weren't even allowed into the country. It appears you were deemed illegal. Did you tell them that no one is illegal on stolen land?
I tried. What a disaster. I was made into a martyr, a victim of a conspiracy by Billie Eilish. I suffered for my art. It was very funny performance art, honestly. I was somehow able to make Billie Eilish and all these liberals and leftists in America fully support ICE, fully support border controls, fully support deportations. You should have seen online. There were literally tens of thousands of comments from leftists and Democrat supporters saying, "We're glad Drew got deported." So I made it. I managed to make these people see the light. And honestly, I hope Trump maybe gives me a medal or something like that for allowing the liberals to see the light. They celebrated when I got deported. And it's very unfair because I thought no one was illegal on stolen land.
Now, they allege that you didn't have the right visa. I mean, what sort of visa does one need to move into Billie Eilish's mansion that's built on stolen land?
Look, that's a good question. They told me that the main reason I was being denied entry was because of my post about Billie Eilish. They fully interrogated me about that. They wanted me to detail my relationship with Billie Eilish, whether I'd ever come into contact with her before. They were asking whether I wanted to see her in person and try to talk to her in person. I was trying to say this is literally just a meme. It's literally just a joke. And unfortunately, yeah, like a lot of the border agents were actually pretty funny and they were laughing at what I was doing. But I guess there was somebody in the higher ups who just made the decision. And honestly, I think if I think if it got a proper review, I would be allowed in. I think, honestly, I didn't do anything illegal. I made very clear I didn't actually want to go to a house or anything like that. I was hoping to try hire a Native American professional dance group, and that was my actual plan. And I came close. I was using like gig hiring
Oh.
websites. I was literally in contact with 3 or 4 different performers, and we're going to try to do a smoke ceremony. And yeah, unfortunately, I was deemed an illegal immigrant and sent back, which is very unfair because
Well, you,
Democrats would
you were
support.
treated very poorly. You were treated very
Yes.
poorly. You were locked up for 30 hours. You were escorted back onto the plane to be sent home in disgrace. Are you going to try again? I mean, these celebrities cannot make these wild claims, these contradictory claims without consequences. Because one of the funniest things about that line of hers, no one is illegal on stolen land, is that she's at the same time simultaneously advocating for open borders and the concept of stolen land. I mean, pick an argument, Billy, but are you going to try again? Are you going to do another crowdfunding effort and get to Malibu and get to see Billie Eilish's mansion?
Look, the dream is still there, Rita. I would still like to do it one day, but they've told me that I have to try and go to the US Embassy in Canberra and get a proper visa, and that may take a long time. So, look, I'm appealing to anybody in the US government. I'm a very pro-American guy. Honestly, please, like, consider letting me into the country. I'm not going to do anything illegal. I love America. I'm a big fan of the beautiful country that is the United States of America. Please let me in. It seems Billie Eilish's lawyers like potentially reported me. There was like a full dossier on me. I was in the US in January and there was no problem. I got off the plane, walked right in, and suddenly they were interrogating me on my social media history going back to 2022. They were asking me about whether I had protested it. They were asking me whether I'd tried to threaten the Chinese government before and stuff like that, which is crazy. So I honestly think they potentially, Billie Eilish's lawyers maybe put together this kind of dossier on me, all my past activism. I think it's very unfair. I call on the US government to please consider my case and don't let these terrible people on the far left win.